ええ。あなたはおそらく私がそんなに多くのマップコントロールを失ってしまった理由を疑問に思っています。まあ、私はそれを失くしたわけではなく、あげた。
The very first game of VCT Pacific has some crucial tactical lessons for all of us. Zeta Division picked up Pearl, but they ended up giving DRX way too much map control, and as a result, they got destroyed 11-1. But there were some instances where Zeta Division had it all under control. So what went wrong? Let's explore. Zeta Division started their pistol round in a pretty aggressive manner by pushing out of mid plaza with all their players. After they realized what DRX is up to, they peacefully fell back and prepared for the B hit.
Yeah, so quick rotations coming here for Zeta. They're reading this just fine. They know what DRX is doing, what they're thinking. The defenses are in place here for 10.
Yes, it is a risky push for Zeta Division, but they're rewarded with a lot of information on mid, and because of this, they can reposition towards B quickly, which almost wins them the round. In any professional game of Valorant, you need to measure the risk-reward ratio for every single move. Playing aggressively comes at great risk. Of course, the reward has to be worth it. If a team is playing aggressively, it is to create opportunities. But if a team is playing passively, it is to preserve advantage. You cannot preserve advantage that you don't have. To better understand this concept, let's take a look at round number 3. DRX used the Prowler and the Cascade to clear out double door. At nearly around the same time, the alarm bot towards Art gets activated. Now, Zeta can't determine what DRX is after. So to seek information, Zeta have two players push out of B ramp and get this kill onto Marco. In this case, the risk was pushing into B. But since they're able to get information and a kill on the back of it, the risk is justified. Now Zeta can be passive and preserve this man advantage that they've acquired. After this frag, look how passively Zeta starts to play. This is to preserve their man advantage. Depth falls back towards the B site in case somebody is attacking from B link. Sugar Zero is already marking water. Laz will use his Trailblazer to re-clear B main. And after he uses this Trailblazer, he knows that DRX are still not keen on hitting B. This raises suspicions of DRX going towards A, but the KJ setup is already prepared over there, so it's not a problem. This way, even though Zeta don't have any presence on mid link or even on Art, they still know what DRX is up to. Zeta has information even though they don't actually control these areas. Zeta are comfortable retaking the site and they win the round. But in doing so, they get the wrong idea that playing like this every time will work for them. In round 9, we can see how playing passively backfires for Zeta Division. Right off the bat, we can see that they've got 2 on B. This Viper over here is playing with a judge, which can be devastating if played closer to the door, but that's okay, that's not the best use of here, although there are bigger problems that Zeta has to deal with. At the start of the round, all the areas of the map are being marked by Zeta players, right? The Horn gets broken by 10, who's playing deep towards B link, and the 0 point catches the Sky on A main. Then, DRX apply pressure towards double doors, using Cascade to block 10's vision and use the Prowler to clear the close areas. This forces Crow to fall back towards Connector and eventually towards Water. Another Cascade down Art stops Laz from playing over there, and he too is pushed back. Now, Foxy9 has no problem pushing deep into mid connector, and he discovers that this area is actually a weak point for Zeta Division. Meanwhile, Zeta have a faint idea of where DRX players could be, but they can't do anything to stop the plant.
They're playing so far back, and I don't mind this as long as the retake executions can be clean, but so far that has not been the case.
Yeah.
DRX plant, they deploy Viper's Pit, and they easily win the round. By not fighting early and not taking risks, Zeta Division don't create opportunities for themselves. Instead, they let DRX take fights on their own terms. Zeta don't get to choose their fights. They are forced to fight inside Marco's Viper Pit, and at that point, you aren't facing DRX anymore, you are facing DRX Ray. In round 11, Zeta do learn from their mistakes, but they still suffer. So, they've used the Viper's Pit on A, there's a turret on Art, there's an alarm bot on B link, and 3 players stacked on the B side. DRX used that same Cascade and Prowler combination to clear double door. This time at least, Zeta Division don't back off. They use the Sky Flash to push them back, but DRX have broken the alarm bot. Now, this will be crucial later. Zeta use the Trailblazer to re-clear B link, and they find nobody over there. That's when DRX start approaching Art. TenZ hears them and calls for the Viper Poison Cloud to be activated. DRX utility dump, Cascade, Flash, Prowler, all to push out of the smoke. TenZ smartly plays for timing. He doesn't peek when DRX do. DRX check this angle, see if it's clear, and when they're moving on, that's when TenZ strikes. DRX move to the side. As soon as they start planting, Zeta are on their way to B. That's when Marco, lurking outside double door, Here's the footsteps of Crow rotating via mid connector. Mako starts flanking. DRX can't go A main because of the pit, nor can they play Art because 10's there. So they use this curved high tide to tuck themselves in and play Secret. Mako now needs to find a way to alleviate pressure fast. He kills 10, and that's why Zeta Division used this cascade to start entering site. Laz tries to clear out Art to account for Mako. Meanwhile, the fighting has already started on Secret. However, Laz doesn't find Mako on Art. That's because he's already trying to move even deeper via water. And then Zeta get crunched. In this round, Zeta even tried to play aggressively and tried to push DRX back. But still, the gaping holes in their defenses were exploited well by DRX. The half ended with a devastating 11-1 scoreline, and DRX won shortly after. We hope that from this video, you learn why, when, and where to play aggressively and when to play passively. Learn to take decisions like DRX did and avoid the mistakes that Zeta made. If you enjoyed this content, do leave a like, and if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. Subscribe for more VCT analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.